Who's gonna get in here? Oh, Ridgeway's in there. They're fighting over it. So introduction to crate is today. And all I do for introduction to crate is I take a fairly large size crate. I'm not sure what the size is, but I can get the size if you need it. This is, you know, I have 11 puppies, so they've all been underwater, so they're kind of muddy, but that's okay. We're mud puppies. And then all I do is open the door right here and attach it. Make sure that you attach the door and make it to where they can't get the door shut and locked on them somehow, or get squeezed behind it. So I just bungee it closed, or open, I mean, open there. And I've got these fences that go down here and attach to the cage or the crate. And that way they can just go in and out, and it's like a new thing, and they immediately climbed in because I put a nice soft cushy bed in there, and they really love that. Also, over the threshold of it, I don't know if that's what you call that part, but I call it the threshold. I put something that's soft because they get their little feet caught into those little things right there when they're running in and out, and I don't want them to get traumatized and get stuck in there and get hurt. If they get caught into something like that and they can't get out and it scares them, they might never go in a crate again. So we just definitely try to avoid any kind of pain or anything while they're exploring. So, hi sweetie. Hey baby. That's Fern. Hi Fern. What are you doing? She's been kind of quiet today. Have you? She's been quiet and a little independent. There is Isabel. Isabel. Izzy. 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 Hey. She's not gonna look at me. She's gonna play with the toy. There is Alta. Where's that Manitou? Alta. Manny. No, that's Manitou. Alta, I think, is outside. She's seriously one of the most independent little puppies ever. She's totally fine with just romping around. I don't see her. I'm sure she's out there. Unless this is her. Let me see. No, this is Manny. Hi, Man. Manitou. They look so much alike, but Alta has a big, giant white around her nose, so it's easier to tell. I just put them all to bed for their nap, and some of them are exhausted and they immediately lay down and fall asleep. And then there's the alpha, two alphas that fight for, they're biting on the bed. And they're both gonna get into the bed right away. They're so much like children. There's Alta. Hi, sweetie. Hello, baby. Hi, baby. Yes, my good girl. Hi. And so anyways, the more active ones and stuff, they go right into the bed and fight for it. Now, it's funny because Ridgeway's in the bed, and he's not really a fighter. He's a lover, but he's decided he's going to be in there. And also Granby, he's not much of a fighter either, but he's going to be in there too with them. Now Alta, no, it's Manny. Manny's getting in there too. He's spicy for a little boy. Alta's going to lay down, take a nap. Good job, Alta. Izzy, she keeps pestering Monarch. She's like, play with me, play with me. And Turquoise is checked out completely, as is Fern. They're both out like a light. So, and look at Buck. He's like fighting with the cushy bed. Hey, hey. Don't be so rough. Don't be rough. That's good, babies. So this is introduction to crate. And then eventually I will start closing it and making them stay in there for a little bit at a time. And once they realize that it's just a fun place to be, and I'll put some like meaty bones in there and let them chew on them while they're in there, and they only get them while they're in the crate. And that could be something too, like when my kids were little, I had these like little suitcases that the only time they ever got to open these suitcases, and it was always a surprise what was in them. So the only time they got to open these little bags or suitcases that I brought on trips with us is when we were going to go on a long car trip. And I didn't want it to be something that they were used to seeing. So it would have, we had a video player in the car, so it might have a new video. It might have some snacks like candies or something that's really fun, because they didn't get candy very often. It might be like a license plate bingo game, or hey, you're getting out of control. It was just something that was new, that they could only have when they're in the car, and it made car trips exciting because they got to kind of see the surprise what they were going to get in the car. So in this case, this is kind of the same thing with crate training. They only get the fun stuff, like the fun cushy bed or the whatever it is. Hi, Summit. When Summit's like, they're fighting, Mom. They're fighting. They only get that when they're in the crate. And one of those is a bone, a real cow bone that's raw, that it has meat on it or fat on it that they can chew and just really get into and really enjoy. So I will put those in there. They're frozen right now, and you can just put them in there frozen, and they'll defrost. That they love to chew on them frozen. It's good for their teeth and gums, and it's what they would be doing in the wild, you know. So even though they're not in the wild, and that is very evident by the nice air conditioner, and I'm very thankful for it conditioning today because it's very hot outside. So this is if you remember how I have this set up to feed, now it's set up with the crate inside of it, and I will just feed them because they don't have a potty pad or anything in there now. So I'll just feed them outside in the yard, or I'll feed them in there, or, you know, whatever's convenient, because they are eating, you know, pretty much independently dry food mixed with some add-ins. So they are, sometimes I'll wet it down with something like bone broth or goat's milk or tuna juice or something like that. But for the most part, they're eating dry kibble, and they love it, and they fight over it. We do have to take the camera selfie stick off before we leave the room, because they will chew my electronics up to pieces. They are puppies, remember that. That's what we're doing today. And then also I will put on the TV, I'm going to put, because 4th of July is coming up, and so we don't want them to be afraid ever of fireworks. And so today we are going to loudspeaker the fireworks off the TV, off of YouTube. And it's so simple. You can do this right now with your dogs. You can start playing fireworks, and they may go underneath the couch or something like that. If you really want to do some good training, then you'll pull them out from under the couch and make them sit with you while that's all happening. And teach them that there's no reason for them to fear. There's no reason for them to be afraid. You'll see these puppies, when I put this video on, which I can't actually show anymore while I'm recording, I can't show it. So, because it is a copyright infringement. So, can't do that. But, I just like, you can listen to it, I think. You just can't see it. I'm really not sure about that. I might not put it on at all. Anyways, if I make noises and stuff and throw things around and drop stuff, you can see it does not faze them in the least. They're just like, whatever, nothing's hurt us. We're used to that. I will go across the grates with these kind of things and just make noise just during the day. I'll come in and say, oh, hi puppies. Hi puppies. And instead of being afraid, they come to, hi babies. Hello babies. Hello babies. Hello babies. Hello babies. Good job, babies. I bring the vacuum over and vacuum by them, and instead of running away, they come and look at the vacuum. And they might not get really close to it, but they're not afraid. They don't like shiver and and start frothing at the mouth. We don't want that. We want them to be totally used to sounds and happenings, fast things running around in the room, children crying, barking dogs, bird sounds that, you know, if you have a parrot or something like that, we don't want them to be afraid of that. Smoke detector. In my house, I've said this before, when they start coming in and training, they get used to the smoke detector because whenever I cook, the smoke detector goes off almost every time. I'm a terrible cook, but I like to cook everything on high. And so you can hear the smoke detector just go crazy. And they don't even know, I mean, they look at me immediately and say, what is that noise? And I just don't act like I even hear it. And then they go, oh, it's nothing. Mom says it's nothing. It's nothing. My dogs all go with me to the fireworks. We sit out under the stars. We watch the fireworks. They don't even shiver. They don't even shiver. They are amazing with fireworks. So we want to get them used to that. That's part of socialization. So anyways, that's it for today. Except I have put together a video that I will hopefully be able to edit and get on for you guys too. And it's just a kind of a little informational fun video. It's not anything that is for my buyers necessarily. It's just, but if you want to look at your puppies that you're going to be choosing from, there's a lot of footage of them, you know, running around and playing. And it's basically going to be a why do we love puppies so much video, and maybe some thoughts about that. So hope you guys are having a great day. Today is Tuesday, June the 29th, I think, or something close to there. I'm in a cloud. I've been doing VBS with the kids, so my brain is gone. But yeah, so I hope you're having a great Tuesday and a wonderful week, and we'll see you on the next video. Like and subscribe, please. Blessings.